Yes, as you all know, today is Women's Wednesday, or rather Queen's Wednesday, as Val likes to put it. And today we celebrate all the women. Natuwezi, Maliza, Billa, some sauce, awesome juice, and I have an amazing guest in studio. But before that, our social media handles don't change. Y254 channel on Twitter, Y254 TV on Instagram, and Y254 on Facebook, and our YouTube channel always updated, Y254 channel. So if you miss anything or you hear something on the grapevine that you'd like to catch later, head straight to our YouTube channel. Our SMS line is 22162, and don't forget to start with YM254 and leaving your name and where you're watching us from. Let's head straight to my guest. She's a media personality, a musician, a wife, and a mom. She's going to be telling us about that, and she goes by the name of Kambua.
Hi.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana. How are you, babe?
It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Kambua.
Thank you. Nice
You've
to
been
meet you
busy.
as well.
I see you all over the place. I see you on TV. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Twitter. I see you on YouTube. I see you everywhere, Kambua. Where do you get the energy and the time?
Where do I get the energy? I get the energy from within myself because I am passionate about what I do.
From within yourself?
Yes. I love what I do. I love what God has put in me, and so I find the drive to do it. Sometimes, to be honest, I'm physically exhausted, but it's like when you have a dream that you're really passionate about, it's the fire in your belly. It wakes you up in the morning, it gets you going throughout the day, then you can crash for a few hours.
I feel like you should sit on this side and this on the other side. You're so good at this. I like listening to you.
I actually enjoy being on this side of the interview. So, yes, this time round.
All right. So, what came first, Kambua? Is it media, the passion for media, or the passion for music?
Music came first.
When was this?
When was this? I was born with the gift of music. So I knew from when I was a really young girl that I wanted to do music. I have baby pictures in my mom's album where I'd hold like spray cans, perfume cans, and pretend they were microphones, and I was singing to like imaginary people. I imagined that I would one day sing in front of many people, and then the dream just kind of took shape a lot over the years.
Your parents supported along the way?
My parents supported my gift, yes. My father had an issue with me going to study music. He loved that I was gifted. He celebrated it. And then I said, I want to go to music school. And it was like, what? Who goes to music school?
Typical African parent.
Yes.
And he was a doctor as well.
He was a doctor in alternative medicine. He had been an economist all my life. So he was a super professional.
No doctor is letting their daughter be a musician?
No.
In Africa?
No, it's like, how is it going to pay your bills? I mean, you can get a proper job and then you can do your music on the side. And that's the thing. Even now, well, now it's different, but a few years back, you meet people and they ask you, what do you do? I'm a singer. What else do you do? It's like singing is...
it's like an alternative.
Yeah, it's like
I hate that question. Yes, it should be a career.
It should be a career.
And people ask, what are you going to be doing when you're 50?
Exactly.
You can be a singer at 50 still.
Right?
Yes.
So it took some convincing, but eventually when he got on board, he and my mom throughout my career were have been the biggest supporters of my music.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What about the media thing that you do, Kambua? Because you're so good at it. How did it come along?
Media came as a result of the music. So I had I just finished college, moved back home. I was trying to get my music out there. One of my songs had been playing
just a quick one. What did you study in college?
I studied music.
All right, music.
Yes.
Yo, all right. Yo, dad. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm joining the dots now. There.
Yes.
Perfect.
I did a Bachelor of Arts in
this?
Music. It's called Ambrose University College. It's in Calgary, Alberta, in cold Canada.
In Canada?
Yes.
All right.
So
it's an Ivy League school.
It's a good school.
It's a good school.
It's one of the best schools in Canada.
It's one of the best schools in Canada.
Yes,
Modesty
I say that
is
proudly.
the best policy. I see. All right.
So, you know, I was trying to get my music out there. My first song, Nishikilie, had been playing, but people did not know who I was. So I was trying to bridge that gap, and it was during that process that I was approached and asked if I'd be interested in doing a TV show. Doing TV had been
who
at
approached you?
a producer
A
from
producer,
my
alright.
media house.
Uh-huh.
So doing TV had always been at the back of my head, but it wasn't like
Something
the
you
core.
wanted to do,
I
but you weren't so sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I had thought I would get into TV through acting, so I had been casted for a few roles. I had gotten onto a show until I read the script and I said, I cannot do this.
All right, what was it about? What role were you playing?
It was a local soap, and I just felt that it would be a huge contradiction to what I wanted to do as a gospel artist.
What part did they give Kambua now?
I was the lead role, but
Yes, what
it
did
would have put me in very compromising
what did
situations.
it
You're
involve?
pushing it. I'm walking away from this conversation.
I let it pass.
You let it pass.
All right.
So I thought that that's how I was going to get into TV. So I went for this audition, and Barry, there was like, just imagine such gorgeous women who came for this audition. Some of them I recognized from TV, people who had experience, and I thought,
so
what
this Kambua that we know
here?
right now had some insecurities.
I mean, everybody has insecurities.
All right, it's very
There's
hard
always
to
people.
believe.
Yeah, there's always people who look better than you, who sound better than you, who do things better than you. You're never the ultimate, you know.
So it's upon you to love yours.
It is, you know, and since I had absolutely no experience, it felt very intimidating to see people who had done TV shows elsewhere and were coming for the same audition. So I did it, but I just thought, nah, don't get in. I have my music. So it was like I was in and I was out. I was like, I don't care what happens. Let me go. And I had a gig in the afternoon. And I remember getting a call. The producer says, you got the job. And I thought she was joking. Like, what are you talking about?
They saw something in you.
Yeah, they did. And I thank God, you know, for, you know, my MD for being the one who said, I want her. I want to take a chance on her. She has no experience. She's obviously very rough on the edges, but there's something that I want to work on her.
Look at you now, Kambua.
Yeah, many years later.
Are you giving opportunities to other people like the old Kambua?
Yeah, you know, I what that has taught me, what my journey has taught me is if I can, to give a break to other people, and especially young ladies.
All right, the girl child is always the topic of conversation.
You know, I am so unapologetic about my passion for the girl child.
But I feel you, Kambua.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that really made me sad.
Yeah.
That girls are trading sex for sanitary pads.
Yes.
It was really, it's a bad thing for a society like ours.
It is.
I'm so ashamed of the men who do this.
Yeah.
Yes, but back to you, Kambua.
Yeah, so I feel that there's not enough voices or enough people making space for ladies in the arts, which is where I am at, so I can speak for the arts. As a gospel artist, as a female gospel artist, I know the challenges that I have faced in my journey. And when I see a young upcoming female artist, I want to know, how can I help you so that you can stay on? Because many of them have come in, given us a good song and fallen out.
Yes.
You know, and you're like, what happened to Kambua? You know, because of the things and the challenges that we face, and there's not
women
enough
in the industry.
Yes, as women.
Do you
in
have
the
like
industry.
a union for the women in the
we
industry?
don't. I mean, we don't have a union, but we have intentional friendships and connections that we have formed.
There's no beef.
Not as far as I know. Not as far as I know.
All right, Kambua.
Yeah.
Am I right to say Kambua took a break from the music? Because it's been a minute since we heard from you.
You
in terms of the
are not right, but I understand where you're coming from. So I did not take a break. I've actually done music consistently, maybe not as consistently as I should have. I had a period of about 3-4 years where my music took a lull of sorts. It just really slowed down. And during that period, I think I put out a song a year. You know, and that song would have to stretch throughout the year. And I wasn't doing this intentionally. It's just that my music comes from a very honest place. And when
like
that place is affected, then the music is affected.
Were you going through something, Kambua?
I lost my dad.
All right.
I lost my dad. Thank you. I lost my dad 3.5 years ago. My father was everything. he was my world.
Daddy's girl.
I am daddy's girl.
The only daughter.
Yes, the only daughter. I knew that dad knows everything. He's the ultimate. He was the loudest voice in my head, biggest cheerleader of my music, of my career, always telling me to go for it. I have learned to be the fearless woman that I am because of the role that he played in my life. And so when my dad got ill and eventually passed on, it just completely shook my world. And I wanted to create music, but it felt like someone drew the curtains over me on my life, and it was just dark, and I was numb, and I felt like I was on autopilot. And you know, during that time I put out a song that was a tribute to his life. It's called Tutana Natena. Then I still couldn't get myself to be in that space, so I continued to do the things that were sort of like a routine to stay afloat. But the music is what I couldn't quite get back.
But I have to ask, Kambua, you must have had a lot of pressure from the fans. Like, where's Kambua? We need some more music, at least. How did you deal with this?
The pressure has been there, but I've also learned, Barry, to do things, to walk my journey unapologetically, to give myself time to heal.
Woman power.
Yes. Because if I don't have anything to give, what am I doing? You know, if I can't take time to heal myself, then I cannot heal you with my music or with my gifts. So I realized that yes, there's pressure. Yes, people are asking, and it's a good thing to know that people are craving more of what it is that you give. It means that you're on the right track. But I had to accept, and I talked about it. I wrote a lot during that time on my blog, Reflections of an African Girl. I wrote a lot about my grief. When I got opportunities, I talked about it so that people can also understand that my world is not as together as you imagine it is. You know, people don't think we go through issues.
That's because when I see you on TV, Kambua, I think you're perfect.
Oh, I am not perfect, but thank you.
But you were perfect in a sense.
Thank you.
All right, Kambua, talking about the music,
you
have a 6-day-old song on YouTube.
I do,
now.
Yes.
You're putting in the work, you're back at it.
Yes.
Tell me about this song and what inspired it.
Okay, I'm really excited about this song. It's called Mwaminifu. Mwaminifu was actually written by another female artist called Annette Tenaya. She's young and upcoming. Part of the reason I did a song written by her is that I think her songwriting is just so brilliant. And part of how the world will get to hear her and see her gift is if people sing her songs, which is also a culture that I'm hoping can change in Kenya. Because
I like the fact that you appreciate the process of making music. You can get a good writer, good vocalist, just division of labor and specialization, and make a very good product.
Exactly, and it doesn't take anything away from me. So I have seen over the last couple of years artists in our industry having people write them songs, but they're so ashamed of saying someone
they call them ghostwriters now. They actually hide their names.
You know, I'm like, just talk about it,
but
give credit where it's due. If I think of the biggest, say, gospel artists that I know and love, Cissy Winans, Yolanda Adams, if you read through the profiles on their songs, you realize that they have probably written one song in a full album.
At the backside of the album, yes, there's so many people on the credits section.
So why can't we do it here? You know, I'm a singer-songwriter, so that means I can also write a song for another artist, you know? And that way our creativity keeps growing.
Yes,
we're growing
and
as
fusion
an industry.
is the future of music.
Exactly.
Kambua, we're running out of time. We can go on and on and on. But thank you very much for coming through, Kambua. We'll be having your song on rotation.
Thank you.
And you're welcome back to the studio to talk about that beautiful initiative that you have in Samburu.
Absolutely.
We have to get Kambua back. Yes, this has been another segment of Music and Lifestyle. And today we had the Queen herself, on behalf of the crew, our producers, and everybody else, Kalami Val, Hilda Watithi, it's Barry Moore. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. It's been real. Bye-bye.